Excellence, it is my privilege to invite our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Jonathan Woodbury, to this front of the stage for a special presentation. Mr. Jonathan Woodbury is a software developer at Blue Origin and has been a director at Agoura Math Circle since the very beginning. He has been a major contributor to the program, including being a triangular talk speaker, which you can find on YouTube. Without further ado, I kindly request Mr. Jonathan Woodbury to join us at the front of the stage to present these prestigious awards to our deserving students. Their expertise and insight will undoubtedly inspire our young mathematicians to reach even greater heights in their academic pursuits. Let us have a round of applause for Mr. Jonathan Woodbury.
Sound check, can you hear me? So thank you for inviting me to the 2024 Agoura Math Circle Fest. And I'm so happy to see so many students, young and old, and it's so enthusiastic about math, science, and engineering skills. A few of you may know my daughter, Dana. She and Pranam used to study together after school many years ago. And Dana was not a part of the Agoura Math Circle, but she loves math and went on to get a degree in chemical engineering. But in about 2 weeks, I will attend the hooding ceremony, which is so cool, for Dana's husband, Shane, as he receives his PhD in biology. I know firsthand the stress that he went through over many years to be able to get this degree, and how elated he must be to finally have that hood put over him. And I remember Shane when he was your age. He was a junior in high school when I first knew him. And when going to college was just a distant dream, and he never thought about, getting a PhD. And I hope many of you here will think about, in the not too distant future, that you will have your hooding ceremony where you receive a PhD in a STEM field. A frequent topic that I've been asked many times here and other places is what good math skills are out in the real life. Sometimes learning math proofs and complicated calculus stuff just seems so far removed from the everyday concerns of most people, which is true. But I have a new favorite story about this subject that I just learned about, or just got the story 2 weeks ago. As you mentioned, I work for a company that builds rockets, and naturally a big part of building rockets is to test them. And a colleague of mine named Kelvin, just 2 weeks ago, he visited our site in Texas where we test rockets. And he was sitting in the break room, drinking a cup of coffee, when in walked one of the teams that actually does the testing of a rocket engine. And testing a rocket engine is not a desk job. It is a tough, physically demanding outdoor job. You can imagine some wildcat oil rig people coming into the room, very tough looking. Not dirty, because testing a rocket engine is not a dirty thing, but a very tough crowd who walked in. And as they had their break, they got into an animated discussion about some work topic, and one of them began to scribble on the whiteboard to convince each other about some technical matter. They came to a consensus, and then they went out back to work. And my colleague Kelton was wondering what was it that they were writing on the whiteboard that convinced them. So he went over to look at the whiteboard. It was all partial differential equations and related advanced calculus topics, divergence, curls, and Laplace operators. They were talking about computational fluid dynamics, and the language of computational fluid dynamics is math. And it's an everyday part of their world, even at break time. Studying math, science, and engineering, from my personal experience, can be pretty painful. And I found that it never gets easier. That includes my current day job. It's painful thinking a lot of the time. But try not to get too discouraged if something makes no sense or if it seems overwhelming. I try to tell myself that the pain is actually a good thing. This pain is confusion leaving your body. This pain is your brain rewiring itself to think more clearly and to find a better understanding of what is possible. Embrace the pain as much as you can, and everything will become possible. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any questions, you can email info@agoramastercode.org or comment below and we'll reply back. Maybe. And if you want to see practice things or anything about us, you can visit our website, which is basically the end of the email, but without the info and the end. So bye!